What's up, good people? It's your boy, Darkstar1689, and it is 5:50 a.m. my time, NA East, and I just wanted to make this video because I hope that somewhere, somebody at Battle State can start to make sense of some of the, I don't know, I guess this comes down to an economy issue. And maybe it's me, maybe I don't know enough about the game, right? But I think I've studied a lot of it in the last couple of months. And I don't think it makes any sense where this is about mid-wipe, right? And I'm definitely a casual player. I put way less than 20 hours a week into Tarkov, but I enjoy this game a lot. But I'm a working adult, right? I am not a full-time streamer or game player. I just love games and play them with all of my free time. That's not dedicated to family. So this graphics card is going for 300 grand right now. I spent the last 37 hours and 30 minutes making that one. The issue is, I made all of my graphics cards to turn in for the quest for mechanic, right? Because being a casual player and having not started at the beginning of the wipe, I literally cannot get the graphics card spawns without dropping more money in kits than I would have by just paying to build up to Intelligence Center 2 and make the graphics cards. I feel like somewhere we as a community have the brain power to fix that sort of imbalance, right? Because for the average player who liked this game but isn't necessarily a gamer, probably wouldn't have gone through all of this hassle, right? But it shouldn't be this much of a hassle. It should really just be more of an option. And I know there are going to be people that argue that just because this thing exists and it's an option, that's not exactly how options work in a more balanced setting. And I don't mean that from a gameplay perspective. I mean that from a worldview perspective. If you understand worldview a little more, then you would understand that just because something's presented doesn't mean that that makes it fair or balanced. And this being the option for a person who can't grind graphics card loot spawns for 16 hours a day to make sure they secure themselves one or two, this ain't it, bruh. This is not it. 37 hours and 30 minutes a piece, not including the materials, right? It just so happens I'm lucky for some of these players, right? Because of the way RNG works, I managed to complete my flash drive quests and I got one of these from the quest item for turning into 3 secured flash drives, which meant I didn't have to spend the 168,000 they were at the time, the 222,000 they are now, to start the graphics cards. And I understand you don't have to complete every quest, I guess, but it also shouldn't be a fight to decide which quests that are offered in the game you would want to complete, and they still have rewards that you can't choose. Maybe that's the balance. Maybe they strip away that quests give X definitive award, and instead there are tier levels of rewards for quests, and you decide who you complete those quests for. Granted, you would still be level locking yourself, or I would say reward locking yourself, by not completing every quest for every trader, but then you could at least get to a level of gear that someone who completed the same number of quests does without having to count on obscene levels of RNG and timing that may not just be conducive to the entire player base. I understand serving the minority, but EFT is getting to the point where the majority of its player base is not the ones that the game was intended for to begin with. And adaptation is everything, right? But with all that belly aching and bitching said, feels good, man. Feels good. All right. That's it from me. Until next time. Peace.